What's going on, everybody? This is D Bundle 72. Can't stop God coming to me with another video. And I'm doing this video because hearing, about trains going on strike, understand? And and it's getting bad, understand? When it comes to the trains and everything, right? Show you about what the brother was saying about that, right? But I believe also that quiet is kept, and I'm talking about, I believe that drawbridge operators who operate railroad drawbridges, movable bridges, you know, um, across the world, understand? You got drawbridges in Russia, understand? Ukraine and whatnot, owned by railroad companies. Right? Now, remember I told you I studied drawbridges, movable bridges over 22 years, right? Drawn them, right? I had them on Flecker. I had them on Bridge Hunting and everything, right? Now, also I have a book out. Now, if you used to look at if you used to look at the images of my drawings, and this is by me. I'm the author. Understand? Show you something. Now, this is one of my bridge books. Mid Atlantic states like with New Jersey, Maryland, Pennsylvania, you know, New York, and Delaware, and all through the Mid Atlantic states. Understand? It was published back in 2019. That's the second book. Understand? And this is my first one. Now this is the Midwestern states. Understand? Ohio, Illinois, Michigan, um, and Wisconsin, and Indiana. You know, and this is me right here. Understand? Both of them was published in 2019. Now, if you want to order it, to you bridge lovers out here, you want to order it. Understand? Um, go to Amazon.com, and also go to um, Walmart and some other bridge companies. Understand? Now, I'll show you something too. And also, this is volume four. Volume four, written by me. Understand? So, W. Butler books of movable bridges. Understand? Because I had studied, I done looked in websites. I done printed them out before. And like I said, I draw. I draw every last one of them, understand, from each state, and including Canada's drawbridges, understand. And I'm doing the book on, inventors, right? But first, I'm trying to publish the movable bridges of the United States and Canada. Understand? The reason why I'm talking about this because I'm going to be talking about bridge operators, understand, as well as railroads, companies who's going to be on strike. And just to show you a little sample, I have ordered this book, you know, that I done did research on. It's called Movable Bridge Design by Charles Bernzel and William Bowden and George. Now, and George Foster, right there. Understand? See? And I got another that I had studied on movable bridges from. I had got California drawbridges from Bernard C. Wynn. Understand? So I do those too. Understand? It's all on on the website. I got Flickr, and I was on Bridge Hunter, man. But Hunter, you know, I ain't with it. But I checked, but my drawings on there, and then I'm gonna show you. Um, these are my other drawings. Understand? This is tripod now. Now this is the one in Ashton Building. This is my drawing of the bridge that I show you of volume 4. Understand? That's in I see that? And this is another one in Texas, you know. Now, and that's in, you know, my upcoming book, understand? Now this is and this right here is the drawing of, you know, of Cleveland Works Railroad Bridge, former River Terminal Railroad Bridge, Cleveland, Ohio. Understand? Now, these are the samples of my drawings, drawbridges. Understand? Now, and this one is you know, New York, former New York, New Haven, Hartford, and Hartford Railroad Bridge, Connecticut. It was it was uh it was replaced in 2008. You see, 2008. Now, you know, you got also this one. I'm showing you quite of these because now this is Baltimore Ohio Railroad Bridge, um, 463 bridge, and you got another one, Baltimore Ohio Railroad Bridge, 464, and this one, this is the opposite direction of the Baltimore Ohio Railroad 463, and I'll show you the ones. Now this the same bridge, but it's mechanism of the drawings. The drawings of the mechanism and the of how they moves. You know, it raises and lowers. Understand? It's in a. I'm gonna show you the whole bridge. Now, now this is the same bridge of the Baltimore Ohio 463. Now this is this is my drawings. See, I drew a lot of them, and also this another one was built in the first bridge was built over the Cuyahoga River. No tracing, no ruler. I did it. I see it. See, once you draw free-handed, that means that that's a God-given talent. Understand? And I ain't gonna show you all of them, but it's a lot of them. Like I said, check them out. Check it out on Bridge Hunter, bridgehunter.com. Understand? You're gonna see some of my drawings there. Understand? Go to flickr.com. Understand? I got some on Flickr. The ones I showed you is on tripod and whatnot, right? And I just showed you my book. So go ahead and order it if you like it. If you like them, order it because I'm about to try to um, publish some more that I'm working on. The one right now, understand, for some movable bridges of United States and Canada. It's going to be my drawings and the actual bridges from websites that I've done research on. Understand? Because and plus some pictures of the ones I took myself for its movable bridges, for its drawbridges. Now, excuse me. Now, the movable bridge operators for its railroad, you know, you got ones like for us the Norfolk Southern Railroad, Norfolk Western Railroad, Baltimore Maine Railroad, Boston Albany Railroad, CSX Railroad, Northern Pacific Railroad, Baltimore, Ohio, and Chicago Terminal Railroad. And I just mentioned, um, River Terminal Railroad. And then you got, Eastern Maine and Illinois and St. Paul and Chicago, um, Milwaukee and St. Paul Railroad. All these railroad companies, about to go on strike. Understand? Said either the 16th or the 24th or something like that, because the economy is about to collapse. Right? I believe, you know, like just like you got drawbridge operators in Cleveland, Ohio. Understand? Um, like the ones, Ohio. Understand? You got one in Bayview. Understand, near Sandusky, and then you got one railroad bridge, uh, which is in Port Clinton, Ohio. Understand? And you got Michigan Central Railroad, Basque Bridge, and Michigan, Detroit, Toledo, and Ironton Railroad. Understand? You got the Wabash Railroad Bridge, you know, and you got the New Jersey Transit Line Railroad. Understand? Got a lot of railroad companies. Understand? That's about to go on strike. Understand? And I believe these drawbridges. Understand? These operators is about to go. Whenever the railroad companies going to go on strike, drawbridge operators is also going to go on strike. And I believe also highway bridge operators too, as well, because the economy is getting bad. Or understand, right? Now I'm gonna show you. Now it's a video. I'm gonna have to show you a video. You know, um, about the situation, right? Um, well, you see something real quick. Uh, I'm gonna have to show you video. Um, about this man. Was talking about it right now. Back up because I only hear no um ads whatnot. But it's about a man, um, a brother in Christ. It's talking about natural economic disaster could result from this. Understand? Now, now he's talking about railroad companies, right? Now let's see some. Now, see is my yeah, my comment's still on there. Understand? Now, before I play this, um, I said, hey Chad, I also believe that railroad drawbridge operators will also be on strike globally, understand? Especially those bridge operators are born again, that are born again Christians. I know a retired bridge operator that used to operate a Bay Farm Island single leaf bascule bridge in California. He was a born again Christian, and it was a Bay Farm Island bridge, which I like to show you. Understand? Which is in Oakland, California. Now I'm gonna see something real quick. I'm gonna show you something. Now, now this is it right here. Now this is the Bay Farm Island Bridge in Amadea, um, slash Oakland, California. Then I'm gonna show you my drawing. I'm gonna show you a drawing of my bridge. Understand? See, this is my drawing. I drew that. I drew that one. Understand? I drew that one. And right here, right next to it, this the bike bridge. Understand? Right next to it. Understand? Let me show you the this see, that's a bike bridge right there. Understand? And also this one right here. Bay Farm Island Bridge, single leaf, understand? I'm gonna show you the last part. Boom. Now let's go back to where I was, understand? Here we go. Now, before I go there, now you got drawbridges, especially like over you got North Canadian Pacific Railroad, understand? Canadian National Railroad, understand? You got also Southern Railroad, understand? Southern Pacific Railroad, understand? Yeah, I name them. I ain't gonna name all of it, but we can understand. Um, you got also yeah, I mentioned Northern Pacific Railroad, understand? Um, then also see a lot of railroad drawbridges across the world, including Canada. Like you got. I'm gonna name some of. I'm gonna name some of the states. Understand? You got a lot of drawbridges there. Understand? And operators. They're working. They operate drawbridges. You got Michigan, Illinois, Iowa, some in Idaho. A lot of them in Illinois, Illinois, some in Kentucky, a lot of them in Ohio, some in um, uh, you got some in Mississippi, some in you know in Alabama, Tennessee, um, New Hampshire, Connecticut, New York, um, and Rhode Island, some in Vermont. Understand? See, a lot of these bridges were replaced with other bridges and fixed bridges and stuff like that, and other drawbridges. And you got some in Pennsylvania. Understand? Some in Missouri. I mentioned Maine. A couple of them in Montana. Understand? Got one. I don't know if it's there or not, but there was one in Hawaii. Understand? Um, Arkansas. Understand? And yeah, I mentioned California. They got a lot of them in California. Understand? High-raising railroad bridges and double deck bridges. Movable bridges. That is, that operators, all operators that operate on. Understand? Then you got those. You got another state that these movable bridges operators in Minnesota. Understand? And and all movable bridges. You know that it's the existing ones, highways and railroads. Understand? I mention railroads because the railroads, railroad companies are transporting the goods, of course, the supply chain and escort a crash on. Uh, I mentioned Amtrak Railroad and everything, right? But here's the thing, right? Um, these movable bridge operators, like I had told you about the one from my actual picture in my drawings of the Bayfront Marlin Bridge. That was the bridge operator. He was a born again Christian. I used to talk to him a lot. And, you know, I know, the Lord let me know that they are born again Christians who operate movable bridges. And you got some lost ones that don't know the Lord, but I guess like you got those that do know the Lord that probably don't minister to the other bridge operators. They don't know the Lord. They want to say so. Um, so with that situation, right? You know, before I play this video, you know, um, if you know any bridge operators, understand, who are not saved, and you bridge operators who are born again Christians, understand, I want you to minister to them and whatnot, right? See, and that's the reason why I'm talking about both movable bridge operators as well as railroad companies, understand, because since it was a woman, also was talking about that too, understand. Along with his brother, I'm gonna have to video about that, and because again, I believe once the railroad companies go on strike, I believe bridge operators also go on strike as well. When the economy collapses and whatnot, and that would lead to the rapture of the church, and then it's gonna collapse everything, right? So, like I said, right, railroad companies, you know, and you can't talk about movable bridge operators and you can't just talk about railroad companies and not talking about movable bridge operators, understand, who operates drawbridges that trains go over and to back and forth with supply chain and whatnot, right? So um, those existing bridges, understand, like vascular bridges, vertical lift, vertical lift bridges, and swing bridges, those existing bridges, understand, have operators um, that operate railroad bridges, and that they might go on strike too. And see, I'm sure that quite as kept that you know, since the railroad companies is going to go on strike, so it's the um, railroad bridge operators as well as highway bridge operators. Understand? So there you go. I'm gonna let you listen to what he's saying.
Collapse to occur, between September and November of this year, 2022. We've been talking about this for weeks. I don't have time to get into it all, but just go watch my last several videos and you'll get an idea on what I'm talking about here. Thank you to all of you that have been sending me this. I had heard about it, but I didn't realize how serious this really was. This is just in from Fox Business. White House braces for possible nationwide rail strike. U.S. could lose $2 billion of daily economic output from work stoppage. And then this just in from Gateway Pundit. As September 16th, which is this Friday, folks, as September 16th deadline looms, major freight railroads prepare for possible strike, costing U.S. economy more than $2 billion a day. Folks, this is huge. If they don't reach some sort of agreement, and this strike begins after September 16th, again, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce on Monday, they called for urgent action to avoid the strike and said it would lead to a national economic disaster. We've been talking about for weeks all the things that are coming together, pointing to a coming crash or a coming collapse. Again, that is lining up for some point between now leading into later in the fall of 2022, and the ingredients are all there, folks. This is just another thing that if there's no agreement that is reached and this railroad strike occurs, it's going to lead again to a national economic disaster. $2 billion per day. And if you thought the 1,300 point drop yesterday by the Dow in the stock market, what we just saw yesterday, if you thought that was bad, wait till you see what happens if this railroad service, this strike occurs and there's a massive supply chain interference in an already struggling supply chain. Wait till you see what happens then, folks. But we know what must happen according to the pages of End Times Bible prophecy. This current system, it must crash, it must collapse in order for a new one to come forth. The coming empire of the Antichrist, the coming beast system. The age of cash is coming to a close. The age of a coming digital currency, a one world digital currency, it is coming, and it is coming rapidly. I had to share this one with you guys today. Let's hope a deal is reached to avoid this disaster, but if it's not, if they don't reach a deal by Friday, September 16th, and this strike occurs, again, a shutdown of the nation's rail service would have enormous national consequences. And again, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce is calling for urgent action to avoid this strike, which would lead to a national economic disaster. It is just one thing after another, folks. The ingredients are all there for this coming crash and collapse, which we know must occur according to the pages of End Times Bible prophecy. And if you don't have Jesus Christ in your life, just look around this world right now at everything occurring and look at what your Bible says. You will see several things are true.
Now, those out there who don't know Jesus Christ, understand, you need to get saved, get right, before it's too late. Now let me show you some actual bridges, understand? Railroad drawbridges. Now I'm gonna show you something real quick. Railroad drawbridges. Okay. This is serious. It's gonna be kind of like a long video. Is understand. because again, I love drawbridges. I study drawbridges, so why I'm doing this video. Understand? So that's it. So okay. Now, this one again, it's an actual bridge, a Strauss type. It was used, by also um, New York Central Railroad, which is Michigan, um, Lake Shore and Michigan Southern Railroad. Understand? Um, this one, right? This one, it's in Florida. Understand? Now, which is um, Atlantic, you know, you know, Atlantic Air Railroad and Seaboard um, Railroad. Understand? And all of that, right? Now, another one. Understand? Used by the CSX Railroad, and then right next to it is a Strauss type. Understand? Highway Bascule Bridge. Understand? Now, show you some. Now, those the ones I show you, I drew them as well. Now I'm gonna show you some other ones that I had drew. Now, this the one. Now this is the it used to be also the Great Northern Railroad, understand? Um in Seattle, Washington. I drew that one too, understand? And then also you got the International Great Northern Railroad, understand? In Texas drawbridges. You got some in Texas as well. Texas drawbridges, right? Louisiana, understand? Drawbridges, right? So, and another one, I'm show you some more. Now this is Chicago Northwestern Railroad Bridge, and bridge I drew that as well. I drew that as well. Understand? Now, this one is in Port Huron, Michigan, and which is you know Chicago, no, Chesapeake, um, Port Marquette, and Chesapeake, Ohio Railroad. Understand? I drew that as well. Understand? Now, another one, even though it's abandoned. Understand? I'll show you another one. Understand? Now, this one is also Seattle, Washington. It was formerly used by the Norfolk Pacific Railroad. Understand? Now, Baltimore, no, not, I mean, Burlington, Northern, and Santa Fe Railroad. Understand? Now, it's another one. Now, this is the one used by the, um, uh, you know, Washington, Ohio, and railroad. Understand? Washington, Ohio Railroad. Understand? And Bethlehem, and whatnot, right? So now this one is abandoned. Understand? Um, that one was built by um, you know Canadian National Railroad and whatnot, right? Now the other one, what I'm saying? I drew that as well. The last one I just showed you, I drew that as well. Now, let's see something real quick. And this one, I drew that as well. Understand? So, eh, that's in South Chicago. Now, this one I drew that as well. Understand? and you know, which is the um, Torrance Avenue Bridge, and then the one that is open was used by Chicago and Western Indiana Railroad. Understand? So right there, right? That one right there. See, there you go, folks. And one last thing I'm gonna show you. I'm ready to show you some of my drawings because I drew every last one of them. This one right here. Yeah. From Chicago. I drew that as well. I drew that one. Understand? And I drew this one. South Carolina. South Dakota, North Dakota. You know, some drawbridges in South Dakota and North Dakota. North Carolina and South Carolina. Movable bridge, movable drawbridge. Okay? So now, I'm gonna show you the one from North Carolina. Understand? Before I go, then I'm gonna show you the actual bridge. Here you go, and then I'm gonna show you my drawings. Understand? Now I'm gonna show you you know, this bridge is, you know, was used by Carolina Rail Services, former um, Beaufort and Moorhead Railroad. Now that's understand. Now I'm gonna show you my drawing. I'm gonna show you my drawing of this bridge. Understand? All right. Now this is the drawing of my bridge. The drawing of the bridge I did, right? And then I'm gonna show you the drawing that I had did when it raises and lowers. Understand? Let's go back. Where it raises and lowers. I'm gonna show you this part first. Now this is the same bridge, right? Right. Understand? Same bridge. And then I'm gonna show you the one that's raised and lowered. Understand? And see the mechanism of the bridge. Understand? Listen. Look. You see? Look. Understand? Look. Right there. Yeah, that's all me, man. It's all me. Understand? I drew all of those, man. See, God knows that, you know, I drew all those. Understand? This one. Then I'm gonna show you the ones that's, oops, not the one that's in the closed position, right? Show you the one that's in the closed position. Here we go. Now this the same bridge in the closed position. Understand? Now, and I'm gonna show you my drawing of an Elk Railroad bridge. Now let's see something. Now, now, here we go. Now, I'm gonna show you some of my drawings of that too. Now this is an actual bridge. I done showed you. You know, the first bridge was built. Understand? Um, and used by Wabash Railroad. Understand? And and this is and this is my drawing of it. Understand? You see the mechanism of this bridge right here. You see the mechanism of that? Yeah. I'll show you the closed position. Yeah, the closed position. Then I'm gonna show you raised position and bridge, right? Then I'm gonna show you. Now this is the same bridge on the opposite side. You see, it's open, and the ship is about to go, is about to come through. Right now, I'm gonna show you another one, which is it's a different one, but it's in um, uh, used by Michigan Southern Railroad. Understand? Show you the ones that's um, you know um, I'm gonna show you how they work. Understand? Now, for real. So I told you it's going to be a little bit long. Understand? Um, because this is very important. Understand? There we go. Now, Michigan's. Now let's see something real quick. Now this is same bridge though, right? See, it's either raising or lowering. Real good. See, look right here. See, this is another angle on the same bridge, right? Right, and it's right here. All my drawings, I drew every last one of them, man. Every last one of them. It's the same one, same bridge right here. Understand? It's in Detroit, Michigan. Same one. Understand? Now, this one, both the Illinois Railroad Bridge, understand, used by the Illinois Railroad now, the St. Charles Railroad Bridge, and right next to the Chicago, um, Baltimore, Ohio, Chicago Terminal Railroad Bridge, which is understand. Now, now this right here, I'll show you something real quick. Now, now this one is the one that's raised. You know, it's the Buffalo Creek Railroad. Understand? And then hill train type, and then also you got the one that is abandoned. You know, Chicago and St. Louis Railroad, wasn't that right? This is um now this is uh Delaware, um Lackawanna Western Railroad. Understand? So, and also we'll show you too. Now, also you got Pennsylvania Railroad, you know, New York, Chicago, and St. Louis Railroad. Understand? All railroads, and that is about to be on strike. And it's either the 16th or something like that. But anyway, now one last thing. Now this is the bridge that's closed. And see, there you go. Now listen. I ain't gonna show you all of it because I drew a bunch of them, and it's on. You see See all my drawings? These are all my drawings. Every last one of them, understand? All my drawings. Every last one of them. You know. And I'm sure some of you um, that study movable bridges and you are, especially y'all, uh, you know, bridge companies like, you know, Majeski and Masters and uh, Hardesty, Hanover, and all of that. You probably done done looked at it, and you know, some of y'all are probably done got some of my drawings, and that's good because I did the work. That's no lie. Those are all my drawings, especially this one. Let me show you this one, this part though. Now this one is in New Jersey. See? So and it's still in use, understand? By it used to be the Erie Railroad Company, understand? But now it's used by the New Jersey Transit Line Railroad, understand? Now, it's the same one, you know, at a different angle, understand? Different angle, right? Now, show you a last part. Boom, right here. Then I'm gonna show you one, which is my drawings. It's gonna be my last one, understand? Last time. Then far close, understand? Here we go. Now, this right here, I got some drawings to this, understand? Now, this the one is in Ashtabula, Ohio, the one that is used by Norfolk Southern Railroad, used to formerly, New York Central Railroad and Lakeshore, Michigan Southern Railroad. Ashtabula, Ohio, still in use. Understand? This one, and then show you another one, another angle. Boom. We'll show you you know how how it raises, understand? You know, this one. Show you in the closed position, all right? Boom. Bingo. There you go, folks. That's all me right here. Now, anyway, um, this is I'm telling you, Christ is coming soon. He's coming very soon. And once the railroad companies, you know, globally go on strike, and so is the movable bridge operators as well. Understand? When the economy collapses, come up here. Understand? One of us gonna go home. Understand? So those that believe in Jesus Christ and their burial resurrection, it's gonna be sad time for those that's left behind. Understand? You know, I'm understand. So other than that, I'm out of here. Peace.